Alright, everybody, you already know Intro Champ is the place to go to get your intros for your YouTube videos, live streams, or whatever other ideas you're trying to do for your business, workplace. If you're trying to do a presentation, I highly recommend this place. Not only they do gaming, they do other type of intros for other presentations or other videos or live streams or whatever you're trying to do. This is a great place to go. Check out the link in the description for more information. Alright guys, what's going on? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to talk about what's been going on in this community the last few days, maybe 2 or 3 days. Uh, it's quite sad when you think about it. We're going to get into that, but first and foremost, if you haven't checked out the First and Frame Rates podcast, 7:30 p.m. every Thursday night, we talk about sports and sports gaming. We give our thoughts, opinions, and we put our own spin on how things are going throughout the week. So definitely check that out. First and Frame Rates every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Also, I've been doing live streams lately, so you can check me out doing live streams on this channel. I've done Gears of War. I've been doing. Uh, I did the Dreamcast birthday special because the Dreamcast just turned 20 years old, and I'm gonna be doing a lot more live streams. So check us out. Nevertheless, we've had a lot of situations with some developers that are that work for 2K, some work for EA, just leaving Twitter. They deactivated accounts. Some still have their accounts up, but just not doing anything with them. And it's really sad in the scheme of things because no one should be ran off of social media, especially when they're not doing anything wrong. I do feel like there's some times where I don't agree with it, but it's warranted when somebody are actually being really toxic. But when you have situations like this, it's really bad because these guys are just doing what they're told at the end of the day. They don't run any of these companies. They're just trying to make a product. They're doing what they can. They have people over their back, and they have people in front of them, i.e., the gamers, are always, saying certain things about the games or whatever, and they're directing their anger towards them. Is that warranted? Maybe so. They're paying their money, but on the flip side of that, we have to understand that these guys are just people. They don't make the all the rules that goes on with these games, and now you have a situation where you see people are just leaving. I mean, I think Clint is still up there, but he deleted all his tweets, or he removed all his tweets. Anthony White, he's another. Both of these guys, Clint and A White, they work for EA. They're gone off of Twitter for the most part. And you also see, I think somebody, Dazar from 2K, he's gone now. I mean, he deactivated his Twitter, and I don't know if there's something that is just happening, within the realm of developers. They're copying what the other one are doing. Um, is it like coordinated, or is it just something that they're just not? They have their own individual situations where they're just saying, "Forget it, I'm out. I don't want to be on social media dealing with this type of backlash." Now, people can say what they want about these games. 2K had a very rough launch. Madden had an okay launch. At the end of the day, it still has its problems. But is it really warranted to the point where you are really dealing with the devs to the point where they're running off of social media? That's just something you have to ask yourself. Also, is it a good idea that they are actually leaving social media? Because I remember back in the day when I was playing games, we didn't have this interaction. It was like you played the game, the issues were there, and there are times we just dealt with it. We waited to the next game. Now, I'm not saying that you deal with these issues, because these games with these issues are way more prevalent than it was back in the day. You may have had a situation where a small glitch here happened, a small bug there happened back in the PS2 era, but nowadays with some of these games now, they're like so bad that these things need to be fixed ASAP. And the frustration, I can see where it's warranted. I mean, it goes back and forth where the frustration lies. But when you flip to that to where, to the point where these guys need to be off social media, you need to run these guys off. Um, it is a tricky situation because at the end of the day, these guys are people too. They have their own, personal situations that they're dealing with. I know they signed up for this, and my thing is, you just take the backlash and stride and keep it moving. But is it warranted to the point where they are leaving? I mean, I didn't look at any tweets that see um, that was really bad to them to leave social media. I mean, I don't follow any of these guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just My thing was, like I said, I'm old school. I play the games. I want the games to be good, and I leave it at that. This feedback thing was cool for a minute, but once I realized that it took me out of my own character as a gamer, and just want to play games. I'm not the type that just want to complain. It's either I play it or I don't. So I fell back, and I either got blocked or I got unfollowed by a lot of the devs that for the most part that actually saw me as somewhat that was a mouthpiece for these games. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a gamer. I'm not necessarily a spokesperson for these games to be better. Not anymore, anyway. I mean, that's when I first came to YouTube. I felt like that's what it was about. But now, I just want to play these games, and I wish that some of these other gamers would just, play the games. If it's not good, speak with your wallet. I didn't play. I mean, I didn't buy. I pretty much didn't buy any of these new titles. I got EA Access on PC. I got Madden for through that subscription service. I did not even touch 2K20. I'm just not into the newer games like that. But to see stuff like this happen on social media, it's ridiculous. And quite honestly, like I said, I think it gets to a point where they all just need to go. Just leave social media altogether and let these guys um, cry about the game to themselves because it's really a shame where you can't just have regular dialogue with people about certain things. I mean, this is why our podcast is the way it is. We just have dialogue about the game. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. And if it's bad, we're going to try our best to make the game better for our listeners so they can still have a good time with these games. And if we can't do that, we just move on to the next game. I mean, we tried with NBA Live, and you see where that got us. We don't talk about Live anymore. It's just that it comes to a point where is it really worth, spending that energy on being frustrated? I mean, I'm getting older. I'm not an old guy. I mean, I'm in my 30s, but I'm not trying to be stress free. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be stressed out over a hobby that I really like. And if it comes to a point where I just have to play different games and enjoy that, I'll do that. I would never run after a developer to try to get them off of social media or to the point where they feel that they have to leave social media because of the problems with the game or they're doing what they can and all this other stuff. And, quite frankly, I believe some of these developers aren't that good at what they do based on their entire track record, and some of them just need to leave and do another game. But I won't sit there and just bother them about that. It's just something that you have to do differently. And, as far as gaming, find something else to play. I mean, that's just how I feel. There's no way I'm going to be going after these guys and all this other stuff. Now, on the flip side of that, if they can do better, they need to do better. They need to do better or they just need to find something else to do. And my thing is just it is just really bad now. At the end of the day, I see more developers leaving. I prefer the more developers leave social media and just work behind the scenes. It becomes really toxic to where you know stuff like this is happening. It's just not worth it at the end of the day, and I feel that the us as gamers, you know, if the game's not up to par, vent. I'm not saying not to vent, but vent, but speak with your wallets. Trust and believe. If you speak with your wallet, a lot of stuff will get done. You know, it's cool to be emotional and start out and being upset at a game, but when you really look at the scheme of things, uh, 9 times out of 10, what really works is actually, just not buying the games and speaking with your wallet or telling other people not to buy the games. That's one of the reasons why I got unfollowed by a few developers because I told people don't buy these games. They thought one thing when I was just doing these videos and trying to find a way to make the game better. But I got to the point was like don't buy these games if they're acting like that. If the games is like that, it's not even cool. So let me know your guys' thoughts. You think these devs should be around? You think it's not cool to talk about these guys in that way or run them off Twitter? Or you think it'll get better? Or you think that all the devs just going to leave altogether, and there won't be none of them but just community managers on Twitter? So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.